sweetness here. Chapter 10. Something to talk about on the way to the funeral. Two gossips, a resident woman of Ofuntumasi and Ajua, who lives in Takwa with her husband, have just met on their way to Auntie Arabe's funeral. Auntie Arabe's death has attracted a lot of sympathy, and everybody, except those constrained by government work, desires to mourn her because of her good nature. Ajua predicts she is going to get a good funeral. Her death is a celebration of womanhood. While these women make for Auntie Arabe's funeral, we learn from their conversation about the virtuous life of Auntie Araba, the bewitching beauty of Auntie Araba during her youthful days, and even in her old age, how remarkable she was. According to the resident woman, she was always beautiful. Even 3 months ago, when they were saying all her life was gone, I thought she looked better than some of us who claim to be in our prime. When she was sent to the big town, where she learned how to bake bread and other pastries, it was obvious that her beauty made the big man, her only son Atu's father, to impregnate her. Since a good woman does not rot, she was able to survive the harm that the lawyer or doctor or something like that did to her life by marrying a good man, Eja Nyako. Auntie Arabe's baking skills were unparalleled, so she is now credited with a bread song, which has now become a bosso song. It is said that the moment the aroma burst out of the oven, children began tagging their parents for pennies and 3 pence. The gossips attribute the success of Auntie Araba when she returned home pregnant to the matured way in which her mother handled the case. They remembered how Madakuma treated her daughter when she was once a victim of a similar situation. Mansa's father is also accused of badly treating her. These examples shows us that parents can contribute to the success of their children or to their failure. Auntie Araba's baking business, we are told, did not give her much money until she decided to focus on bread only. She had mixed and fried and baked episie, tatare, achimo, bofrot, budo, budongo, and sweetbad. This is because, unlike town dwellers, villagers do not consider sweeties as real food, so selling them in a village was not profitable. Auntie Araba and her husband, Eja Nyako, lived good lives. Auntie Araba was considered a good Christian, a Methodist who went to church twice every Sunday. Eja Nyako was considered a good man who would not cheat on those who worked for him, unlike his successor. Auntie Araba's only bother was that if only she could not sleep, then it is because she wanted to give her son a good education. She tried to give her son the best of education, but before he was 6 years old, he was fighting her already. Ato was a spoiled child. His case even worsened when the lawyer or doctor or something like that man came to father him. Ato was then to start class 7. Auntie Araba's relatives wanted to teach the big man a lesson, but they were calmed down by the 2 big cars they came in with to claim Ato. Ever since, Ato has incurred debt for Auntie Araba to pay. To worsen Auntie Araba's plight, Ato impregnated Mansa. Her father was a proud man who wanted to educate his daughter in the white man's land. Because of the insinuations cast on Auntie Araba and Mansa's mother, Auntie Araba had to go for Mansa to stay with her. The gossip praised Auntie Araba's efforts. The relationship between her and Mansa is compared to that of friends, mother and a daughter or sisters. Auntie Araba wanted to care for Mansa and her child till Ato completed school, so that he will marry her. After school, Ato became a teacher. He was posted to another village. 2 weeks before Christmas, he wrote a letter to inform his mother that he would come home. Mansa as well as Auntie Araba were happy to hear the news. This was because Ato will finally marry Mansa. Mansa had to move to her parents' house, but Ato kept them in suspense. He did not come. When he later came home, he told his mother that he would not marry Mansa because he had impregnated another lady whose parents were big. Mansa was compelled to leave Ofuntumasi to make a living somewhere else with her son. Now, Auntie Araba is dead. The gossips believe our Auntie Araba is going to heaven.